Welcome to TheRoughCuts. It's Saturday.
Hello, hello.
We're the Wisest Wizards. I'm Mike Orpipe.
Coffee Doug.
We're here to review Superman, Batman, Public Enemies.
It is a DC Universe original animated movie. Explain what that is.
Basically, I guess even though they have the cartoons that they make, they obviously wouldn't release something like this in theaters, so they've started specifically, like they have a division now that makes animated movies for direct-to-DVD release. And I guess it's been going well, because this is, what, the sixth one?
Yeah, there's quite a few, and this is the latest one. It just came out. PG-13, and it runs a little over an hour.
That's interesting, too, PG-13, because it's hard for companies to sell a PG-13 cartoon, especially when it's about, like, icons, you know?
Well, yeah, think of Super Friends. Like, back in the 80s, you could have never put that on TV. What was Superman the movie rated? Like,
that's a good question.
Reeve?
It's got to be PG.
Yeah.
I don't even think that was PG-13, yeah. This was based off of a comic book series, which we also brought up here. It was the first 6 issues of Superman, Batman, the comic book. I'll just kind of put those out for a sec. But for the most part, it's adapting the comics as well as they can, but still trying to make it a continuity-free movie that you can just sit down and watch and enjoy without knowing anything about any of the characters prior.
You don't even have to be into comic books to enjoy these kind of movies, I don't think.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe animation.
So.
You have to like an animated movie, but...
Yeah, some people are really against watching cartoons, but I think for me, growing up with Disney movies and enjoying them as a kid and still enjoying them as an adult, it kind of proves that they can do it without it going as far as like South Park or something.
Yeah, absolutely. The director is Sam Liu. He does a lot of cartoons. Hulk versus the Batman, which I don't even remember, is that CW or something like that? Whatever.
Oh.
The Batman cartoon, The Batman, one of the newest ones.
Gotcha.
He is also going to be doing the next one of these, which is called Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. That's coming out next year, so that'll be their 7th one.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done Wonder Woman, they've done Green Lantern. New Frontier was a really good one.
New Frontier is very good.
So talk about, why were you so happy about this? Why were you so excited about this particular one? What did you tell? I remember why you told me you were so excited.
Well, now if I don't remember, I'm going to seem stupid.
Because of...
Oh, yeah. No, the voice actors, absolutely. Yeah, that actually made the movie so much better for me, because they have Tim Daly, who was in Wings as voice of Superman, and Kevin Conroy, who's been doing the voice of Batman since the Batman cartoon from the 90s.
Yeah.
So it's like he's going on 15 years that he's been doing the voice of Batman. And after they stopped doing the Batman cartoon, the Superman cartoon, the Justice League cartoon, you didn't really know if those characters would ever come back. Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor.
And voice actors, it means a lot to have good voice actors in there, because you
Absolutely.
can have a cartoon, and I mean, it could be awesome action, awesome plot, like the way it's drawn, the way it's written, and if you don't have that right person in there doing the voice for the character, it ruins everything. It takes away from it.
Yeah.
And sometimes if they pick a famous person, it fucks me up, because they've got somebody and I'm like, oh, that's Julia Roberts. Like,
Right.
That's all I can think in my head.
Yeah.
But these people, Tim Daly, Clancy Brown, they've made the characters their own.
Yeah, and that's interesting too, because before they started doing these PG-13 direct-to-DVD movies, they had one called Brainiac Attacks, and they picked completely different voice actors. And the Lex Luthor was Goofy. He came off as like
like the original Lex Luthor, the mad scientist,
right,
from the 30s or 40s.
Yeah. But like I prefer the calm businessman Lex Luthor that is badass and knows what he's doing, to like the crazy. It's almost like the Joker,
Yeah.
But what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was great. Well, I guess I shouldn't say great. It was good. It was one of the better ones for me. I liked all the action. Written by Jeff Loeb. Did we say that yet?
I don't think so.
The comic was written by Jeff Loeb, and like he said, it's based off of that.
And the art's Ed McGuinness, which is big because the entire art style of the entire movie is based off of his drawings.
Yeah, and he's very muscle formed and just lots of hits and punches.
Yeah.
And it is nonstop action. I don't know. You could tell they had to cut some from the comic. I think it's like you mentioned. They've got a lot of people in it, a lot of heroes. But that's a problem too. Is like they threw some random heroes that you might not know, and then they cut some out that you might have known. The one thing I did like though is they jump right into the movie. You don't need a background about Batman or Superman or nothing. It's like boom, they're on the run.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor frames them, And Batman and Superman are public enemies from the United States of America, hero community, and civilians.
Right.
So everybody's after them, and you just get to see,
Yeah.
jumps right into the battle.
That's true, yeah. That is what makes it a good movie. Because a lot of times I think they would want to go into a lot of exposition and try to get you caught up on whatever you had to know. But for the most, I kind of agree. It's one of the better ones that they've done. It wasn't like the best cartoon movie I've ever seen. It's not. I would say that I was so excited for it that it didn't really live up to it for me. But it's definitely worth checking out. Maybe not buying, if you can rent it somewhere.
And I would say even watching all of them kind of together, they don't tie together, but if you watch The New Frontier, watch The Green Lantern, they're all just, it's a fun animation movie to watch.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to point out about the voices, too, just to go back to that for a second, the director of the voices, Andrea Romano, she is the person that has found the voices starting all the way back from Batman in the 90s through the Justice League cartoon, a lot of the Superman cartoons, and I just think she does an amazing job. So I am big into voice acting. I love to listen. Sometimes I'll listen to a cartoon and not even pay attention to what's going on, just listen to the voices to see how they deliver.
And I'm big into superheroes.
Yeah,
so I like seeing Superman and Batman.
Now, there are some changes from the comics to the movie, which is common. Like I said, do you agree with the changes? Were you happy with them? You think they were necessary?
I can see how they were necessary. It's kind of hard because to appeal to the public, you want to make it as simplistic as possible, but you also want to appeal to the people from that genre, the people that are really into comics and all that. So, one thing, they kept a lot of heroes out of it. There was no Robin, there was no Supergirl, there was nobody that would normally be helping Superman and Batman out when they're in a lot of trouble. So, I can see why they did it, because otherwise it would have just been hundreds of characters and people would have got bored. But at the same time, that did kind of alienate a comic book fan base, but I would say it appeals to the public more. So.
Yeah. So, Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, good one. Please let us know what you think.
Yeah, if you've seen it. Or,
let us know what you think of the
it.
movie, our reviews, whatever. You could check out our link and let us know if you watch the other ones, if you want us to review the other ones, or stuff like that. So. I think we're good. You think we're okay?
I think we're good.
All right. Here's to you. Here's to Rough Cuts.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Happy Saturday.